So video opens up. Oh, Marvin, look, the TV, there's a giant rabbit coming out of it. Not scary at all. This rabbit looks like, you know, it was made with Elmo's good. It looks like a school project, okay? And they could have just used the bunny outfit from, I don't know what video it was, but it was, I think Jeffy's favorite song. Near the end, he has the little nightmare, like in the middle of the night, the bunny comes in and bites his head off. That was way more scarier than what the hell ever that was. The chef, I didn't realize this until I watched it after. The chef PP one. It's an F&F mod, basically. That's what this whole video is. It's very corny. But his wiener, yeah, mouth where his crotch should be, and the joke was he was talking to his wiener. And then Jeffy appears randomly again also, and he has his green beans, you know. I don't like my green beans, daddy. And then he just kills Marvin and he wakes up. Oh, nightmare. He calls Brooklyn guy to come over. He comes over, and before he comes over, they have a back and forth for an unreasonable amount of time. He gets there, dude's B's like, he has to watch them sleep. Oh, by the way, there was a very not really funny joke. They just try to have sex for some reason. Not really funny, it's just stupid. Marvin goes to sleep, has another nightmare, which is just an F&F mod again, all shucks, which is very corny, first of all. And oh, he gets salt in his face, and he's like, he wakes up again. Turns out Brooklyn guy fell asleep, and it's just a hole. And at the end, we just don't figure out why he's having the nightmares. It just doesn't tell you. He's just like, I'm gonna go to Waffle House. Then he goes to Waffle House. This video is such a nothing burger, dude. It's one of the worst SML videos I've ever watched, and it's just terrible. That's why it's at the 9th place, and it's gonna stay there forever and ever, unless they physically take a poop on camera. It's staying at 9.
So, the Game of Life is a really, really boring video where it's just them playing the Game of Life for like half the video. There's genuinely not much you can say. It's literally just them playing the Game of Life, and it's extremely boring. Like, in fact, we didn't even finish the video. That's how boring it was. This video should go way lower than it is, but Marvin's Nightmare is arguably a lot worse than this video. This video is literally just them playing the Game of Life, and it has that stupid thing that new SML has, where they laugh in the middle of scenes, and it's just not funny at all. I mean, I guess the only notable thing about the video is that they make fun of salaries, but even then, it's just not funny at all. If you want to have a much more enjoyable time watching them play the Game of Life, just watch one of the juniors game night video that has the Game of Life. That video is arguably a lot funnier than this and a lot more entertaining. The video ends, I guess, with them reaching the jobs that they got in the Game of Life. It's just not entertaining. This is a terrible video. It deserves to be at the 8 out of 10 spot.
For the first 7 minutes of this video, all they do is build a marble playhouse. And it's pretty boring, so I'm not even going to talk about it. Just the basic premise is that they can't set it up, and they start getting very angry about it. They bring Brooklyn T Guy over, and he gets angry about it too. But after that, Goodman comes on the news, and he's talking about the hantavirus, and they talk about how it comes from rat shit. But Joseph's poor, so there's no way he could have been on a cruise ship. They come up with a genius idea of the reason why he has hantavirus is because he uses rat shit to season his food.
And sometimes I just dust it off and keep it as a souvenir.
What?
And they bring Brooklyn Guy over. They start killing Joseph in a plastic bag. On YouTube Kids, he's like squirming around and stuff. He's begging for mercy, and Junior just still kills him. But there's still hope for Joseph to live. So Junior gives him mouth-to-mouth, guaranteeing he gets the damn hantavirus, and he shares it with everyone in the room. So now everyone in the room has it. And then it cuts to them being in quarantine, and they've been in quarantine for the past week. But it turns out that everyone's okay, and it's a happy ending. And also, I want to point this out at the end. This video's on YouTube Kids, and they said, shit, fucking hell. Like, this is such a boring episode. Nothing happens, and it's the stuff that does happen, there's no consequences for it. I know it's Jeffy, dude, but there's nothing. It's some bullshit.
So it's the end of school dance, and they start kind of complaining there's not enough girls in their class. Kind of a sausage fetish, as they say. But just out of nowhere, I guess the teacher banged the chick or something, and two blonde girls come out, like twins, come out of nowhere. And Joseph says he's gonna ask them out, and then to be honest with you, I haven't watched SML in a while. So he tells Joseph tells Junior if he wants, he could ask out one of the twins. And then his crazy girlfriend gets mad at him. Comes in very angry. She's very angry. Red eyes, big brows, very angry. And like, she has like this voice that a little kid would make to try to like sound scary. She draws a beautiful, nice picture of if Junior ever cheats on her. And it's just her decapitating the poor man. She cut his hair to clear it off, she did. I guess that's funny. I guess. Laugh track, please. Come on, right now. There you go, laugh track. I hope they did a laugh track. If not, I look stupid, and I'm gonna kill the editor, which he's gonna die anyway, because he's making me do this video. After that, they go home, and they start, not really evil scheme, just in a scheme to get Junior, I guess, I know he can't break up, like she'll kill him, just like fight back or something. But, you know, me personally, I would just fight back, because I'm just strong and handsome and, you know, good looking and stuff, and buff. So he kisses Cody, and Junior's second idea was, you know what, I'll be right back. Comes back, he shaved his head, put red dots all over him, and he says he's gonna fake his death by dying to chicken pox. Chickenpox AIDS is the name he comes up with.
Chickenpox AIDS. HIV.
Okay.
Chickenpox. Chicken AIDS pox.
New strain.
Yeah, I got a chicken AIDS pox.
And video just ends. That was something. Was it better than the nightmare one? Most definitely. But it was something.
This next video is titled Captain Cody Pants, a parody of Captain Underpants, where Cody basically becomes Captain Underpants. So we start off, Cody is incredibly excited about a Captain Underpants book signing, and he goes to tell his friends Junior and Joseph about how he wants to go get his Captain Underpants book signed. And Junior and Joseph somehow have no clue who Captain Underpants is whatsoever. Cody tries his hardest to explain the lore of Captain Underpants, the whole story, yada yada, this, that. I don't actually know the story. But Junior and Joseph, being the friends they are, begin making fun of him and being like, oh, why would this principal guy wear underpants around kids and all this, yada yada. They also make fun of Cody for enjoying the series. So it then cuts, after he explains it, it cuts to Captain Underpants signing books for children. Well, actually, he denies a few children. He's like, oh, you guys need to pay $6 or $5 or whatever. You guys need to do this. You guys need to have underpants on. After that, Cody comes up and actually pays for his book to be signed and has underpants on, so he got his book signed. And he starts making small talk with Captain Underpants, asking him about underpants violence. And right after Cody asks what Captain Underpants' opinion on underpants violence is, he gets sniped.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did.
And assassinated, which is a fucked up Charlie Kirk reference, if you can't tell. But moving on, as Captain Underpants is dying, he tells Cody to take his underpants, which he does, and it cuts to them back at home. He puts on the underpants, and and says he will avenge Captain Underpants as Cody Underpants, and wants to catch Tippy Tinkle Trousers. Sorry, what is that name? First of all, we're just gonna call him Triple T, okay? He wants to catch Triple T for the assassination of Captain Underpants. So he goes out to fight crime. I don't know why this is even related. He goes out and finds a random guy holding a girl hostage with a knife and threatens him, saying he will give him a wedgie, which gets Cody himself caught as a hostage. Like, this kid is fucking stupid. Anyway, he somehow catches the criminal off guard afterwards, gives him a wedgie, which stuns the criminal because he's just shocked because a kid just gave him a wedgie. He's holding a knife. And the police shoot him, and Cody goes back home and flexes to his friends that he basically killed a criminal. He lies to him, actually. He said he was the one who killed him with the wedgie. And then the news comes on of the police talking to the news people about what happened, and it exposes him for lying for his friends. Cody then tells Junior to close him into a Captain Underpants book, hoping to go into the book to catch Triple T Tippy Tinkle Trousers like it's a Mario painting or some bullshit. I don't know what the plan was there. Like, it doesn't work, obviously. So he then invents a gun. Listen to this. A gun that melts him. So when he's shot, he will sink into the book. Then it cuts to him smushing himself in the book. So they don't even use the gun. It cuts to him getting put in the book without even using the gun. He just somehow entered the book. And upon entering the book, he runs into Triple T, the main enemy, his big op. He gets in a huge fight with him, puts his underpants on top of his head, causing him to fall off a mountain, and Triple T dies. Cuts to the real world. We see Junior and Joseph on the couch, and there's Cody laying on the book, or inside the book actually. He lays like wedged in between the book pages, and the whole time it was a dream. He wakes up, he's like, guys, I just killed Triple T. I killed Tippy Tingle Trouser, whatever. And Junior and Joseph laugh at him. It's like, oh, really? Are you done with this whole bit now? He's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna retire. And that's where the episode ends. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this episode was some bullshit. This was pretty bad.
Number 4 on the list, I have really high hopes for this, as the rest of the videos have been awful. Not even like entertaining, awful. So Marvin Forgets to Hang Up is one of the slightly better videos on the list. It's literally just the video begins with Rose leaving to go see her parents, and then she is out of the video. It's a cheap way to get her out, I guess. So then Brooklyn guy comes over and Jeffy they have a party, and then that's kind of the whole setup for the video. And then Brooklyn guy blindfolds Marvin and has some touch things, and they make a bunch of unfunny jokes like, yeah, am I touching your balls? It's just not funny at all. And then Brooklyn guy has him touch a bunch of batteries blindfolded, and they make a bunch of jokes about boobs. But then Rose calls, and Brooklyn guy pretends to be Marvin, and then he hangs up. And then Marvin continues touching the batteries, acting like they're boobs. And then Rose, oh no, Brooklyn guy didn't hang up. And so now Rose thinks they're touching boobs, and now Marvin's got to figure out what to do. It's not funny. The video ends horribly with him being like, you think I could get this many women at once? And then the video just ends. It's genuinely an unfunny video. It's slightly more entertaining than other videos on the list. It deserves to be at the number 4 spot.
In the number 3 slot, we have Cody's Mother's Day gift. The video begins with Junior and Joseph on the red couch talking about basketball and how they want LeBron to win so much and he doesn't want him to retire with a loss. And Cody comes into the room talking about Mother's Day, and Junior and Joseph don't have moms. They're like, oh, we can't really help you with that. But Cody asks them for an impossible challenge with getting LeBron to sleep with his mom. And at first they're like, oh, that's impossible. Has your mom tried sending nudes to him and all this other bullshit? But Cody says yes, and so they get a wonderful idea, which is calling the Make-A-Wish Foundation to try to get LeBron to come to their house. At first, the Make-A-Wish Foundation's like, oh, that's gonna be impossible, but we'll see what we can do. And they have the audacity to say LeBron only helps black kids. Unfortunate for Cody, Cody ate a peanut, which he is deathly allergic to, and gets all shriveled up on the couch and in a wheelchair. This was, I guess, the best part. The video is still a bunch of bullshit. We all know this. But after this happens, you see LeBron comes to their house with Joseph now acting like the sick kid. But Cody took the peanut no matter what, and he has to stick it out. LeBron is comforting Joseph while cucking Cody. And then Joseph and LeBron go to eat tacos in Junior's living room. Right after LeBron sees Cody, he calls him a cracker. they throw him out to a trash can while Joseph and LeBron go eat tacos. Junior then finds Cody outside, huddled up next to a trash can, and says, "We need to drug LeBron to get him to sleep with your mom." And Joseph and LeBron are eating tacos, and Junior gets LeBron distracted as he pours drugs into LeBron's drink, where LeBron passes out immediately. The next scene, you could see Joseph and Junior dragging LeBron into Cody's mom's house, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's LeBron! Oh my goodness!" And Cody's like, "No, it's not morally right. I'm not gonna let you sleep with LeBron." And LeBron is passed out on their bed. Tyrone, Cody's dad, gets a cuck chair and sits right across from LeBron in the splash zone. LeBron ends up waking up right as Cody's mom comes upstairs, calls her a cracker, and runs out the house. She considers it the best Mother's Day gift she could ask for. And that is basically the video. The cuck chair part was the funniest part, of course, of the video. But it's still a bunch of bullshit nonetheless. So this is why it's going to be getting the number 3 slot.
This video has one of the worst SML intros I think I've ever seen, dude. So Cody says, "Yeah, we can watch TV." And both Junior and Joseph think he says, "I want you guys to pull my hair." And then both Junior and Joseph blame him for. I don't care that it's Jeffy, dude. This is pissing me off. This is some bullshit. Okay, but anyways, after that, they turn on the TV and they see an ad for a glow-in-the-dark bowling set where I don't even know who this is. Poopy and Lavelle are in it. They're the main characters of the ad. And the most important part of the ad is where they announce if you're not 18 years old, you cannot order this. After this, they pull Cody's hair again. But most importantly, Junior tries ordering it even though he's not 18 years old. Yeah, you can't order it unless you're 18. So then Cody takes the phone and he orders it. And then this old dude shows up at the house and Junior tries getting the toy even though it's not his. You have to be 18 to get it. So Cody has to come down and grab it. Then they set it up outside. And this total asshole, he just runs over their toy. He's unapologetic as hell. And then he just parks in his driveway and goes inside. But he messed up. He left his car unlocked. So they go inside his car and start pissing all over the place. He comes back out and he's pissed. So he calls Brooklyn T Guy and then he drops the lore that there's been a piss bandit before. So the only reasonable explanation for who this could be is the piss bandit who we previously had coming back as a zombie and pissing in other people's cars. We find this out through a Goodman News segment. And then after that, Cody, Junior, and Joseph, they have a debate about the ethics of pissing in people's cars. And they come to the conclusion that people have done bad stuff in the past, so they deserve having their car pissed in now. And they're soon to become serial pissers because they pee inside of Marvin's car. Jeffy's the one who told them to do this, by the way. Jeffy's a horrible child. And then Marvin and Jeffy decide to go to McDonald's. And Marvin sits down on the seat that's covered in piss. And he starts smelling piss. So there's only one guy they can call. Luigi, I'm talking to you. I trust you to add a Brooklyn T Guy joke here. So after that, they take some of the piss and take it to a forensic lab where they find out that the pisser of the past is not the one who's responsible for this. It is actually 3 teenage boys. The 3 Pisketeers, the Piss Bandits, the Piss Posse. They get tons of nicknames here. After this, BTG, he goes and comforts Marvin after the Piss Bandit struck his car. And then Mr. Goodman comes on, announces that the Piss Bandits are 3 teenage boys and they are wanted dead or alive. And then this is unrelated to what comes next, but I just got reminded of it. Earlier in this video is the first time in a while I've ever laughed at an SML video, and it wasn't even related to what was going on, really. Brooklyn T Guy mentions that as the old pisser was getting a catheter shoved up his penis, he said be careful with it because it has pissed in 50 cars. And his punishment for pissing in 50 cars is getting the electric chair in the hospital. And Luigi, throw the photo up on screen. This is what it reminded me of. Very, very off topic, but it had to be said. The video ends with the boys getting caught because Brooklyn T Guy did a piss sting operation. That's pretty much everything, but there is a part at the end where Brooklyn T Guy forgets that the police station did not agree to the $50,000 reward. It was only him. So he was going to turn the boys in, but he had to pay himself $50K. I kind of like this episode. I don't think it was actually good, but compared to the others, this is definitely a lot better.
Last but not least, we have The Secret Door 2 at the number 1 spot. This video is actually pretty good for what it is, being a sequel to The Secret Door from 2017. The video features Does Bad Thing Guy in hell managing to escape his way back up to Earth, where he can continue doing the awful things he was doing. The plot of how they get there is kind of dumb. Jeffy has a toothpick in his eyelid, and so they call Brooklyn Guy, and the Brooklyn Guy gets there, and then he gets hit in the head by Does Bad Things Guy, and, well, Does Bad Thing Guy pretends to be Brooklyn Guy, and then he just kind of kidnaps them, and then does the secret door stuff to them. There's not really much you can say about this video. It's sort of just, we gotta stop Does Bad Things Guy before he does more bad things. And then the video ends with a pretty good little conclusion where we don't fully know which Brooklyn Guy Marvin shot. So it has that little bit of mystery, and it's actually referenced in Marvin Forgets to Hang Up of all videos. That we don't fully know which Brooklyn Guy got shot. So, yeah. This video isn't bad. It deserves to be at the #1 spot on this list. And that was The Secret Door 2.